It can happen. It can happen if you vote. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I have some good news about a game that's been sunsetted for the past 2 years. It's called Rumbleverse, and it is a fighting game battle royale that I absolutely love and adore. It sucked that I had to go since it was super fun, but we actually do have a chance. We have a chance to bring it back for all our Rumbleverse fans. And this comes from a Twitter post from Rumbleverse Warrior. This post was posted like a couple of days ago. I just wanted to make a video on it to maybe like boost up the popularity of it. So again, it says I have good news about finding a publisher Rumbleverse. GOG.com will be willing to take in Rumbleverse if we get over like 3,000 votes in like kind of like a signature petition type vibe. And as you can see, out of like usually the 3,000 that we need, or that games usually need in order to relaunch or to come back on their site, we actually have 2,082. Let me see if I refresh that. See, 2,085. So 2,085 people. I wanted to wait a little bit just to see if people were actually like interested, and to see if we can even reach above 2K in like a couple of days. But we actually did, and hopefully with things with this video, that we can push towards that 3K and higher. Now, I actually do have some Rumbleverse gameplay that I just pulled out of my unlisted, my privated stuff. I will play some Rumbleverse gameplay in the background as I talk about why I really like this game, and also why I think it kind of failed according to the developers in one of the interviews that they had. Also about like, again, like the impact of this game, and how I would love to play it again, right? And why this vote is so important. So again, Rumbleverse is a 2022 launch game from a publisher of developers of Iron Galaxy. If you know, is either like the head developer or like one of their representatives worked on a very popular fighting game called Killer Instinct, which is a lot of like the refinement and how this game plays, and how this game how like the philosophy of how the game plays is, you can kind of see it, right? You can kind of see it towards its fighting game mechanics that it has. So one thing I really liked about this game is we'll talk about like it's super in depth, but the combos in this game were very good. As you can see, this guy's getting like messed up by my cousin right here while we're playing some duos, a duo game. The combos game was really good, almost Tekken-ish, where you have wall splats. You can have wall splats, and you can re-wall splat your opponent if you do the right moves. There's also some sort of rock paper scissors in the game, just like how fighting games usually are, with like throws, strike, and also like some maybe unblockables, and how you maneuver to that, and how you maneuver through the different abilities that you can choose will determine like what kit you can have. You can have like a stamina break kit, you can have a damage kit, you can have a grab kit, you can even have a little bit of both, and you can also have things called perks in the game. So a lot of people, when they talk about battle royale, they complained a lot about camping. Now camping can be very annoying because obviously you can just be on a roll getting like 10-15 kills or whatever in the game, and you just get killed by some guy who's just in the corner with a shotgun and just gets 200 pumped or whatever in the face, and you just kind of die. But this game actually doesn't promote camping. You can technically camp, but you're at a very bad disadvantage. You can play lame, right? You can play lame in terms of like trying to just chip out damage here and there, but you can't really camp, which I like, because this game does promote engagement. So as you engage with fights, as you win fights, as you kill, as you eliminate more people, and as you get more damage in, you actually get things called perks. So as you can see, I don't know if I can fast forward maybe a little bit more, but you can see in the bottom right here, I actually have perks here. So as I do damage to opponents, which is like, I think I need, was it 400 more damage in order to get another perk. My character gets inherit buffs as the match goes on. So some of those buffs can be like, oh, my dash attack now has instead of one hit, it gets 2 hits, and now it wall splats. or instead of having to rely on food or chicken in order to heal, I can get one of these perk thingies and then drink the actual perk thingies to get health before you can do that if you can't get anything. And also, one of the most popular perks to get is something called meditate, where you can kind of just stand still and then heal yourself up. They kind of nerfed it in the later seasons, but still a very good perk to have. Now, that's the thing I really like about this finding, is that now there's nothing that you should really do that isn't trying to engage with your opponent in some way. So again, it prevents camping, it prevents dull times in matches, and it also, I think it pretty much promotes, again, more gameplay, more fun. Well, one thing I also like is that the zone isn't poison based, it is time based, so you can actually play around that. There's an interesting kind of mechanic that you can have there, because to where even if you're at very low health, if you could time somebody out of the zone, you could potentially win, right? And there's also like certain moves like giant swing, where you can play around the stage or wherever the circle is around the map, to where if you do a giant swing and you launch your opponent off the stage, you can actually kill them in like whatever hit, right? There's no swimming in the game in terms of like dead zones, right? So you can just literally just like play a whole you can have a gambling based system where you can just have all like a bicycle kick, you can have what's it called, giant swing, and just start launching people off the map. Just right here, see, you just did a bicycle kick, people would do that off the map and you would die. It's kind of annoying, but again, you can kind of get outplayed there. And another thing I also really like is that this game actually had neutral. So neutral in fighting games pretty much is how usually you have like two opponents on the screen, right? Neutral is pretty much what they do in order to try to hit each other or try to bait another guy to do a move, and they punish, or spacing. It's a lot of things, but initially neutral is kind of just like, okay, these two, what do they do when nothing's happening in order to get something to happen, right? But here you can actually do neutral in the game. There's shielding. You can bait rolls in the game. Rolls are unsafe if you read them. And you can play around so many things around these mechanics. For example, here Superstar, everybody has a ultimate ability that they can use. You can either use it to like kind of heal. You can try to save it in order to maybe get a free resin if you die. It is invincible on startup, so it's almost like a burst attack in fighting games, and also it's a crazy good damage ender. I mean, like you do like a trillion damage once you land this thing if you have the right buffs. It also kind of sucked because the final balance patch of the game was the most balanced that I've seen in the game, right? It was like pretty much perfect. They toned down the combos a little bit. They some moves were nerfed to where they are more like not so visceral to deal with, I would say. One thing would be sumo slaps, and sumo slaps would be like safe on block, wall splat, cancelable into anything. So now they just made it to where, oh, they just knocked down. They still do a ton of stamina damage, but they didn't do everything. It wasn't like an everything move. Same thing with like dolphin dive and whatever. But yeah, I mean, these are just some things that I really liked about this game. I would really love it to come back so I can make content again on this game. Again, it was kind of like the right game at the wrong time, because the reason why like this quality is like kind of whack is because this is actually a PS4 uploaded replay that I used, and if I had just had this PC, I would have been ragging up content about this game just because I really liked it, especially playing with my cousin here. So let's just see like why I think it got shut down. From the developer side, they said mostly it's because of servers maintenance. It was very expensive to run these servers. I don't think it's because that I don't think it's because nobody was playing the game. There was definitely more bots at the end, but people were playing this game. Like I was getting matches constantly, at least in my area. Maybe it's because like maybe the bots were getting maybe too expensive to run, or just the servers or whatever, they weren't making enough money to run the servers. That's why it got shut down, and waiting for another publisher to maybe run the servers, which is why maybe GOG would come in and do something about that. And people said like the art style would probably come in effect with it. People probably don't really like how the game looks. Again, it kind of looks really goofy. But I don't know if I really believe that, because I remember the beta for this game. People were like in like long queues trying to get into playing this game. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get maybe their most popular streamers really were playing the game, and then that's how they got it. But I mean, if you don't really like how the game looked, why would you even really try, right? So I don't really know if it's really an art style thing. One major like flub up that they did was not trying to collab with any related properties in order to boost the game's popularity, because this is a fighting game royale, right? A fighting game battle royale, and you can see wrestling moves, so you would think that they would try to collab with maybe Street Fighter, Tekken, SNK, Mortal Kombat, any of these properties that could help boost the Rumbleverse, right? And it's free, right? So it's not like if they promote a game that you have to pay for. No, you can play it for free, right? And that also affected the shop, to where there was nothing in the shop that people really were interested in buying, because you could probably you can make some pretty cool like characters with just the things that you unlock. And also most of the like in terms of like maybe the battle pass or any of the collabs they did, any of the collabs they didn't do kind of hurt the game in a sense of like what they were trying to sell in the shop. Because again, with free service games, you make it free, but you try to promote and make your money off of microtransactions in order to support your game. So that kind of was a mess up in terms of Rumbleverse's part. But yeah, so if this game does come back, which I really hope it does, maybe this year, if GOG does pick it up, I want them to maybe focus more on trying to get those collabs in, because we do have a very I say we like I was really part of it, but I just really like the game. Again, I was like I got to the top level, 100 plus wins, so I mean I played the game a lot. But besides the point, the community, there's actually a very like avid community. I feel like if they try to launch the game again with new eyes and try to market the game better, I would say that it has a good chance of succeeding, especially in this environment. But yeah, I really hope this game comes back. Again, we only need 1,000 more votes to try to boost this game up more. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I really hope this game comes back. With you guys' help, I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to vote for Rumbleverse to come back. And yeah, and if you have any other experiences you would like to share down in the comments below about this game and how you really like the game or how you want the game to come back, please share and comment, like, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.